welcome to my channel. My name is Catherine from Siren Tarot, here to do your January reading. So I am back. I had some work in the 3D I had to do, which was all been part of my own spiritual journey. So I have been missing. I will do a separate video about that. But as always, it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. If it does, great. I hope it helps you. If it doesn't, just kick it to the curb. Or if you know someone it would help, please do share. And a big thank you, Virgo, for all those who've stuck by me while I've been going through my own elevation, quite frankly, and I will share on that. Okay, I have pre-blessed the deck. What have we got for Virgo? I see it, I feel it, and I've got it. Right, which one is it? It's right, okay, it's both. Okay, right, I was asking for one of the Sacred Forest Oracle because I like to start the reading out with those, just to see where you are on your journey. Oh my gosh, right, wow. So they sent me two, right? They wouldn't let me choose. They said, no, it's both. Right, so we've got playfulness, which is absolutely gorgeous, right? This is all about energy release, right, Virgo? It's about just enjoying a situation. I feel I've got a Virgo who's been laid down with burdens here, right? And they're asking you to free yourself up. With the elves here, you know, coming into more playful energy, understanding and dancing with the magic of the universe. Even if you're in situations, right, Virgo, at the moment where you think, are you joking me? I'm looking around, it's shit. Right, you might be thinking that, but they're saying, look beyond that, look beyond it, look for where the fun is, right? I love this card because you can also see here, see the butterfly, it's like you're starting to transform, right? We all know the butterfly is about, you know, going into the pupa, going into the dark night of the soul, going into that ooey gooey energy, you know. Nobody knows what happens in that bloody pupa, and it can be quite painful, believe you me. I seem to have transformed several times in my life, bloody hell, I'll tell you that, right? But each time I come out stronger. My wings are stronger, right? And that's what's happening here. It's like you're looking out into the universe. You're seeing things that you never saw before. You could have been through a spiritual awakening here, Virgo, with whatever the situation was. And that's why you're now looking at the 3D in a completely different way. And look at this, with it comes maple spirit, which is generosity. Right, again, this is about giving light out. Generosity for me, you know, when we talk about I can never say it, reciprocity, right? You know what I mean, right? So in other words, what we give out we get back 3 times, right? This is generosity. This is saying stop sitting into the dark, and I feel you're already moving beyond it for whoever this Virgo is. Start playing, start having a laugh at things, even if, you know, sometimes I have a little chuckle to myself, right, when things are going really bad. I've got really a load of crap on my shoulders and I just laugh at it. I say, bloody hell, Catherine, you know, what on earth? But you laugh at it, right, and you start to throw light at it. Equally, if people have hurt you, right, bless them with generosity. I'm not saying you go out and let them hurt you again, and I'm not saying you give them your light. What I'm saying is just say, oh, forgive them and let it go. You know, I choose not to fight you. I choose not to try and bring you down. I choose to focus on what's light in my life, right? So you just disappear off, right? Because when I do that, when I get into this magical energy, look at the strength in it, look at the light in it, right, Virgo? When I've gone the wrong way around, it's that way, isn't it, for the camera? I'm terrible for that, right? When you start to focus and have a laugh with it and joy with it and be generous with your spirit as well, and generous with yourself, you know. If you've made mistakes, well, we all do that, so we learn our lessons. But don't be hard on yourself. If you fell over and scraped your knees, or you might have battered your bloody legs, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, right? Just allow yourself to say, right, well, that was a heck of a cruise. Do you know what I mean? What's next? And this is showing me that as you move into that energy, things start to blossom in your life. New growth starts to happen. You know, beautiful, warm, spiritual growth starts to happen. I might have a Virgo here is moving into being a healer themselves, or they're just embracing the spirituality more and more. You may have had your faith tested. Well, we all get our faith tested on this life journey, right? We do. It's a test. It's to see you strong enough for this battle. You're strong enough for this journey. Because if we're going to get and elevate you to the maximum potential of this lifetime, it's not going to be an easy journey. You know, you don't get to the emperor or the empress by having it easy. You know, you don't wake up one day just because you've turned a certain age and go, oh, I'm the Empress today, or I'm the Emperor. It doesn't work like that, right? You got to battle. You got to scrape your knees. You got to find your humour in situations, and you've got to learn who to let go and how to let go and forgive and forget, right? Because going forward, you'll use your discernment more, and as you use your discernment more, your energy is more focused on what you are manifesting, Virgo. Woof! Right, and that's when you allow the magic of the universe to play. That's what I feel. Your angel ones are with you. What did I say? The Fool. Fucking hell. Right, brand new journey. Yeah, this is so trusting the universe, the Fool energy. You know, you can see it's like stood on the edge of a cliff, and I don't mean literally, right? But he's like, I'm just going to go off on this new journey. He's got nothing with him. Remember, this is male or female, nothing with him. He's just like saying, do you know what? I'm releasing all the pain in my life. I'm releasing what's hurt, and I'm entering this new spiritual. And remember, the Fool, I was going to say spiritual journey, the Fool is the start of the major arcana. So you are definitely opening up a brand new time in your life, Virgo. Look at this. Oh my God. Death and rebirth. Wow. Wow. Right, Virgo. Death and rebirth. I keep doing that, don't I? Death and rebirth. Right, as I enter into this new spiritual awakening, this new spiritual part of my life, I'm coming through that death and rebirth. I'm the butterfly, you know, the pupa, because that's what the death is. Yeah, transmuting. I'm coming through from the butterfly up here, yeah, to this new birth, right? Woo! A brand new birth for Virgo. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, you're creating something special. You might be out on wobbly legs. Right, you might be out on wobbly legs. It can feel that way. You know, it's like when a baby first starts to walk. You know, it's a stumble, isn't it? You don't, you know, it's a step at a time, isn't it? You know, you can't run before you can walk, as they say, and all of that good stuff. So it really is just putting one foot in front of the other. Maybe feeling a bit shaky. You know, my knees are knocking together, but I know I keep my focus because Virgo, someone hurt you here. Someone really, really hurt you and broke your heart, the Three of Swords, right? And it might be that you're still dealing with the pain of that, you're still releasing the pain of that, you know. And when I get the Three of Swords, right, it could be a narcissist in play here, right, Virgo, because like, not when a normal relationship, and I say normal, well, but I mean not a narcissistic, when a normal relationship comes to an end, there's a sense of understanding. Even if you're not ready to release or they're not ready to release you, there's a sense of understanding of why this happened, right? It just wasn't working for whatever reason, or, you know, the person had to go and do something else, yeah, and you don't like it, but your mind can sort of process it to say, well, this is why, right, even though it hurts. The Three of Swords isn't that for me. Three of Swords is brutal, right? See the sword right through the rose. It's like you thought everything was fine, you thought everything was perfect, Virgo, and then this person turned out not to be who you thought, right? Narcissist. I've got it, I've got that sense. But what's the good thing about a narcissist? And I'm saying that as well because a narcissist will put you in your death and rebirth cycle, and that's the blessing of them, right? So you might be thinking, don't tell me that person, that situation was a blessing. It was. Because it took you right down to rock bottom for you to rise into this spiritual awakening, right? A narcissist has catapulted you into a new level of your life, and that is actually the blessing of them. So I also want to say it to you, if you're sat in an energy of saying, you know, I'm a good person, you know, I'm a divine person, and this is testing my faith, because why would the divine put me through that? Well, for this reason, because if you're going to elevate and get to your greatest good, you're going to have to go through the pain. You're going to have to break the 3D. You're going to have to understand how strong you are. You're going to have to get those legs strong, right, not wobbly. And that's what I feel. You know, when we see the Ace of Pentacles, and I think it's this deck, they're holding up a big coin, but they're like a warrior energy, right? Like a warrior. And what that is, they're full of muscles. And it's not, it doesn't have to be physical muscles. It's spiritual, energetic muscles, because I've made it through the pain. Yeah, look at this. Oh my God, look at this. Right, it is, right? Because I've got a Queen of Swords facing a King of Swords, right? If I do that again, right? And so the King of Swords, it's not come out reverse, but the King of Swords reverse can be a narcissist. But I think this is what it's saying is you're just still coming to terms with this person being who they were. You thought this was a match, right? A Queen of Swords to a King of Swords, right? A pair. But actually they weren't. They were in the reverse, I feel, or you're just about finding that out. And you're putting your sword down and cutting them the fuck out. Right, that's what I feel. Out of your energy, out of your mind, right? You've had to do that. You've had to get strong because you've had to stand up to rise up against that energy, to cut those swords out your heart. That's what you've had to do. You're saying to that King of Swords, you are not keep throwing swords into my heart, male or female. You are not doing it. This relationship might be current. You might suddenly be realising what's going on. Or it could be that you're still holding on to the past, right? But either way, you're cutting it out. That King of Swords mirroring the Fool, you're walking away. This situation doesn't serve me, whatever that means for you, right? That's what I feel. I didn't feel those, they dropped out. It was those two that flipped. All right, and as you're doing that, you're relaxing into this new journey. You're counting your blessings and just relaxing to say, well, I can't change what I can't change, right? I can't make that person be who they're not. I just can't. They are who they are, and I have to accept that, and I'm not willing to play in that energy anymore because it's making me fucking ill, says Virgo, right? King of Wands here. King of Wands is coming under the Fool, right? King of Wands can often be seen as a player, and it can, and I think you've learned to watch out for players though. But also King of Wands can be very passionate, very giving, very loving. I feel this is a Virgo that as you go on this new Fool journey, you move into a very passionate time in your life, and that's what it's suggesting to me, right? And it's lovely because can you see how the King of Wands is holding that wand up, right? So you also get the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about becoming your own divine masculine, divine feminine, right? And that's what it is. I feel that you are moving into this passionate time in your life, this playfulness, this joy, this happiness, releasing what you can't change, not looking back on I wish it had been different, accepting it is what it fucking is, right? And, you know, understand that cycle because the initial stages of the shock, right? The shock of it, because you can't get cognitive dissonance, keep talking about it, you can't get your head right. You're like, well, hang on a minute, your mind's racing. It's like, well, I thought that's what that was. You know, but it's not, you know, it's like, I don't know why I'm saying this, but it's like I'm looking at a teapot and it's a teapot, right? And then all of a sudden it's not a teapot and you're like, but I knew that was it was a teapot. That's what you like. Yeah, but it was a fucking teapot that. And no, it's not a teapot. You know, it might turn into a bloody, I don't know, a coffee filter, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you're like, your mind's going, hang on a minute, what's just happened there? And it brings about all of this crazy making mind games. Is it? Isn't it? Was it? Wasn't it? You know if this is your reading, what you've been dealing with. You know what you've had to cut out because of that pain in your heart. That King of Wands is coming under that Fool, right? You're going into a passionate time in your life because you know you can be your own divine masculine, divine feminine, coming under that Death card there, right? Look at this. Coming under this Death card here, right? I don't need anyone else. I don't need to be in a partnership to be whole. I make myself whole, right? And the one person I can rely on in this 3D lifetime, other than the divine, is your good self, right? You can trust yourself, you own yourself, you won't let yourself down. And if you fuck it up, you'll laugh at it. That's what I feel. You just be like, oh, all right, then, well, I won't do it that way again, right? 6 of Wands coming under that 3 of Swords. Changing this energy of being stuck, broken, hurt and upset, moving into 6 of Wands, victory and success, right? And people are cheering you on. People, I feel, right, Virgo, you've had people around you in your lifetime who have been watching this energy that's been surrounding you, this pain, this hurt, right? I'm going to say narcissist, right? And remember, narcissist can be a love relationship, but it could be work, it could be anything, it could be a family member, but it's something that's got you stuck in your 3 of Swords because it's in the middle, and you're changing it into the 6 of Wands. You are moving into victory and success, and as you slice and dice it out, right, Queen of Swords here, as you slice and dice it out, you move into putting that energy into yourself. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is about mastering your craft. 8 of Pentacles, it always feels to me Like it's something that you've always been naturally good at, right? It's something that people have always thought, well, how do you know that? How can you do that? And sometimes you're thinking, I fucking don't know. I don't know how I could just do that. And it's because it's something you've done lifetime after lifetime. And it's telling me you're moving now into your true life purpose. But you've got to put that energy, you've got to cut all the shit energy out so you can put all of that energy you've been wasting. And when I say wasting, I don't want you to get down on that, because remember, I shouldn't say waste, because everything on your journey is part of your overall journey, but maybe you're stuck in it a bit too long, if you're honest with yourself. And now it's time to pick that up and put it into you, mastering your craft. You know, Queen of Swords gets the sword out, says, I'm coming, because the Queen of Swords comes out of the heart space, right? Comes out to the mental head space, stops the emotions, right? And just very cleanly says, what am I taking forward? Where am I going, and what do I need to cut out, right? And, you know, cutting out doesn't have to be, I'm never going to see you again, I'm never going to speak to you again. I mean, if it's a narcissist and there's no reason to, I say you fucking get the way out, get out of it, right? But because it's easier that way. But it doesn't have to be that. But what you do is you bring your fences down, your defences down, right? You bring the wall, I don't know what I'm saying, like defences up, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah, you shut them down, bring your defences up, that's what I'm trying to say, right? I got all muddled then, right? Because they do get on my nerves, honestly, narcissism. And when you've seen it time and again, and believe you me, I've experienced it, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. But look at this, it's gorgeous. It's mirroring that King of Wands, right? Coming under that King of Swords. You might have thought this person was your twin flame, but they're not. But I love it how this is linking me back now, because this Four of Wands always feels to me like the Queen of Pentacles, knowing your value, knowing your worth, and the Queen of Wands, you know, it is children, you know, young, can you see? Because it's their colours, you know, it's always princesses, and remember, genders as you see fit. Twin flames, and it's mirroring that King of Wands. And I think as you get into that passionate, beautiful energy, and you know, you're going back as a child, right, to that playful energy, right, that playfulness, that joy. Can you see? You almost go into a regression with that death and rebirth to go back to being that childlike energy, right? Forgiving what's hurt you, forgiving what's not gone your way, just being generous of everything that you've got around you, generous of spirit, generous to the 3D, understanding life was always going to be a challenge. That's just how it's meant to be, so we can grow. Not ruminating on the shit, right? Don't do that, right? You move into this beautiful energy. It's coming under that King of Swords, and I feel that Narc is completely pissed off because they can see this new energy, this new glow, this new happiness coming out of you, right? Like going back to your youth, and they can't fucking believe it. That's what I feel, Virgo. They can't fucking believe it, because you're twinning with yourself until you know the right person comes into your life. But that is not your focus. Your focus right now is getting those 3 swords out of your heart, right? Going into victory and success, mastering your craft with the 8 of Pentacles. All of that beautiful energy you have is going into you. Stuck no more, says Virgo. It's like you're saying to that narcissist, you've had me hanging upside down from a tree, not knowing which way to go, what to do, and I'm cutting myself free. Decisions are being made. I am not staying stuck in here because it's got my head stuffed, it's got my head swirling, and you've been mind gaming me. No, goodbye, says Virgo. Absolutely lovely. They'd leave you out in the cold. Look at this, 5 of Pentacles. Leave you out in the cold, abandon you, then come back in, then leave you out in the cold, abandon you, then come back in, and you were left feeling like a beggar with the beggar's bowl. What breadcrumbs can you give me, Mr. or Mrs. Narcissist? No way. You don't need their energy. They need yours. And once you get your head clearly round that, they're feeding off you, they're sucking the lifeblood out of you, they're sucking the light out of you. Once you get your head around that, you shake off that cloak, you move forward, you come out that hanged man position, Queen of Swords it, fight you no more, I'm not on the battlefield anymore, right? I choose not to fight. You stay on that battlefield, you fight everything that you want to with hate and darkness in your life. I don't. I look at the beauty of spirit. I am the beautiful Virgo, right? You do not miss. And I feel you're an earth angel, and you do not mess with an earth angel, right? Because I said it at the beginning, I've got healers here. I've got people who are going to take this journey, right, and transmute it into their spiritual awakening, go on to that brand new stage of the journey to help others, because now you understand what that is, and maybe you didn't before. And I walked blindly into it. I could tell you that was a shock to my system. Look at this. I love this. I just took an angel card to close your reading, Virgo. Look at this. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. How beautiful is that angel? How stunning is that angel? Beautiful, and the wings, oh my gosh. Right, so what they're saying is, again, as you leave behind that darkness and you move into the light, trust the divine are with you. But you've got to make that free will choice to be helped, right? So you've got to, I'm not sticking with that, and I'm going to start talking to the divine. And as they say, for me, you don't have to meditate. You don't have to do all sorts of, different sort of positions or musics or whatever. You don't. You just go within quietly, and you just set out to the divine. How do I get through this? Or can you help me with that? And you'll be amazed how doors start opening. Weird things, like you might meet someone in the shop queue, or at the bus stop, or whatever it is, getting a coffee, or it might just be you're on the internet, you're scrolling through and something pops up and you think, oh, I never thought of that. But the ideas will start to come through, but you've got to create the movement. Right? You've got to create the movement. Get rid of whatever this narcissist represents in your life. It's sucking the lifeblood out of you. You've got to clear that so that you can open up your mind, open up to the beautiful universe, and be open to the spiritual messages coming in. Fucking hell. Absolutely gorgeous, Virgo. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, I hope this helps you. If it's not for you and you know somebody would help, please do share. And please, if you enjoyed the video, please do like. Help me get the channel back up and running. As I say, I've been through my own difficult journey in the last 12 months, which again has elevated me again. So it's part of my spiritual journey. And I'm back now to keep doing this full time. So I'll be back for your February readings. All right, Virgo, stay strong. Love, light and blessings. And I will see you for your February reading.